It's a company that hosts the data of most of the banks of Oman in its data centers. And what technology do you use to ensure the security of the data held by ODP?
Thank you, Paula. Basically, we do sense the responsibility we have around hosting critical infrastructure of Oman. As you rightly said, we started with our first customer was actually a bank, and that had uplifted Oman Data Park to a scale that has to fulfill from both risk and compliance perspective, from scalability, from security as well. In the security aspect, of course, as we all know, there is the physical, the logical security, and there's also other layers in securities. Being very close to the financial sector of Oman, we had to adhere to multiple security elements in order to comply with the risk and compliance of the banks and the central banks of Oman, and to make sure that everything hosted is safe and secure. And for that, we use the physical security layer. And the physical security, we have multiple layers of screening, attendees, and basically making sure that that does not actually impact any support or services that are provided. There are also other elements like smart CCTVs. There are also other elements that ensures the resiliency of accessibility to and from data halls and data centers. There is also the logical security, of course. We have multiple security elements. We know some of them, like firewalling, like doing all this penetration testing over the existing infrastructure to make sure that we are safe. Apart from that, Oman Data Park was also forced, actually, being close to the financial sector, was forced to form its own cybersecurity team division that does nothing except making sure that risk and compliance are very much adhered to, managed well. In addition to drill testing a lot of these security elements as per central banks and the banking sector regulation. I think finance sector are very much advanced in technology, and I have to admit that they are always in the forefront, to be honest with you, trying to deploy as many relevant technology as possible in order to maintain their agility, in order to maintain their performance, and in order to serve their customers the best way possible. We, as technology partners, we see ourselves enablers to their journey, supporters to their vision and digital transformation. We're trying to catch up with them as much as we can, actually, being close to the banking sector. It's a good and bad. It's a responsibility, as well as it's also a way of maintaining our pace with the financial sector. We, in the financial sector, as Tarek mentioned, they are very much visionary, actually, in order to deploy artificial intelligence, robotics, IoTs, and all the 4IR's components. And not only that, they are very much welcoming the idea, actually, to go into what we call an API-based environment where they connect themselves to multiple stakeholders outside the financial sector.
Okay.
So basically, you're seeing banks today connected to law enforcement, they're connected to other services outside the financial sector in order to give an end-to-end, let's say, experience or financial experience to customers and individuals, and minimizing, all the give and take that customers might had to do with other stakeholders. And that is where today we are seeing the financial sector are very much open towards API integration with our system, with outside systems outside the financial segment. Number two, they are also very much talking about the startup mentioned the digital banking. Digital banking is nothing but a set of digital components collaborating and connected to each other in order to serve customers in the best way possible and maintain an end-to-end journey, as I said. That is very much, let's say, a vision that Oman banks are carrying today. In addition to that, we are also, as Oman Data Park, very much connected to not only the banks, but then applications that serve the bank. So basically, we are talking to application vendors that we might invest with to host in a cloud format and serve the financial sector, making it easy for the financial sector actually to benefit from the economy of scale that such an initiative might have. So Mandara Park, alongside with Mantel, as Sheikh Talal have mentioned, very much has this appetite of investment around making sure that the element of economy of scale is there in order to ease and to turn the equation from being purely capital investment from the financial sector side into OPEX. And that in itself not only provides you with a proper go-to-market or quick go-to-market aspect, but then it also maintain a good quality of service while you are actually having a moderate or maybe managed expenditure over a time span or a total cost of ownership of 5 to 10 years. So we are serving the financial sector directly, but then indirectly we are also investing on solutions that will serve the financial sector. A good example of that is the Arab Financial Services that we, together with Amantel, have actually collaboratively invested with in order to provide it to across the banking sector. E-signature is there as well. There is also talking today about the onboarding or the authentication over ID cards that will also is the customer experience with the financial sector digitally.